Alright, YouTube, what's going on, man? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Breezy, everything easy, sir. We're back with another video, and today, man, it's only right to react this whole news on South Africa and Donald Trump, man. Donald Trump is talking about South Africa is not invited to the 2026 G20. He's bringing up or mentioning that there's a genocide of white South Africans in South Africa and things like that, and there's a lot of bullshit, bro. And we're going to react to it. If y'all new or have any opinions, comment below. Let's get it, man.
New tonight, President Trump has had a lot to say online. In a post on X this morning, President Trump said that South Africa would not get an invitation to the G20 Summit that will be held in Miami, Florida next year. And he also accused the country of genocide, claims that are both unfounded and unsubstantiated. The U.S. did not attend last week's G20 summit held in South Africa. The meeting of the world's largest economies was hosted by the African nation. It was both a first for the country and the continent. President Trump said on X Friday that the U.S. delegation did not attend because he says the South African government refuses to acknowledge or address the horrific human rights abuses endured by Afrikaners and other descendants of Dutch, French, and German settlers.
Like, how the fuck do he even know about what the fuck is going on in South Africa? Like, I haven't heard anything about this until he brought this shit up. Like, I haven't seen any South Africans come out and be like, hey, these white Africans are dying here and there. Let's call Donald Trump. Shit is wild, bro.
And put simply, President Trump said they are killing white people and randomly allowing their farms to be taken from them. The unsubstantiated claims have been vigorously disputed by South African President Cyril Ramaphosa. Trump added that when the U.S. hosts the G20 Summit in Miami, Florida in 2026, South Africa would not receive an invitation. In a statement released by President Ramaphosa's office, it called President Trump's statements regrettable. Dr. Piroke Manyadu is Assistant Director of the Center for African Studies at Howard University.
We've heard talk of Poland being invited instead of South Africa. So at least on the face of it, it may look like South Africa would be replaced. But of course, there's some European countries, including the Chancellor of Germany, have come out strongly against these ideas.
The relationship between the U.S. and South Africa has been rocky. Things escalated after President Ramaphosa signed legislation allowing for the seizure of private land without compensation under certain limited conditions. The law aims to address economic disparities stemming from apartheid, but critics, including the U.S., claim that it disproportionately targeted white landowners. I traveled to Johannesburg, South Africa in 2022 and spoke with both white and black farmers about the land disparities.
I personally support the land expropriation without compensation. But however, my worry is, what do we do with the land we have currently?
I've paid for my land by working very hard for it. So I didn't inherit it. I started with nothing. But I worked 10 hours a day for many, many years.
And in May of this year, some white South Africans were granted asylum. Refugees landed at Dulles International Airport. President Trump added that he's also going to stop all payments and subsidies to South Africa as well.
South Africans hate me saying this, but the United States is more important to South Africa than South Africa is economically.
That's facts, though. He ain't telling no lies, man. He ain't telling no lies. South Africa don't really need us for real. But we need them. We need y'all. Dead ass, bro. And it's crazy how I feel like at this point Trump is just doing whatever he just wants to do. Like the stupidest things that keeps him in the headlines. Stupidest things that just keeps him relevant, bro. And he doesn't care about anything else but himself. He doesn't care about anything else but just the rich class or the I don't know, the 1% of the people who own businesses, or you know what I'm saying, there's people who are very well off, the Republicans and shit like that. So it's just like I feel like he is not really doing what he needs to do as a president. We all know that. But I feel like since we all know that and he knows we know that, he just trying to have fun as a president at this point. You know what I'm saying? I don't think he really gives a fuck about what nobody thinks about other countries, about anything, bro. He's cutting off SNAP benefits. He's cutting off food stamps. He's cutting off all this shit that people need to survive. So he doesn't really care about shit. You know what I'm saying? But let's continue the video, man.
United States is South Africa's second largest trading partner as far as countries go, but South Africa is America's 41st. South Africa has a wide amount of sway. So South Africa and the United States then are indispensable to one another.
Larry Miller, WUSA 9.
Crazy. So I have this other video that I'm going to show you guys. This is a white South African, and he's being interviewed from this woman saying how are they actually being genocided or actually being killed in South Africa. So we're going to watch this together and see the reaction.
Is there a white genocide in South Africa?
No, there's no sign of it, never has been. In fact, whites are economically the strongest group. They benefited from democracy more than anybody else. 64% of all boardrooms in South Africa is still white. The average income of white South Africans are vastly higher than black South Africans. No, they have better schools, they have better education, they have private health care. This is the land of milk and honey if you're white.
Has any land been expropriated?
Is anybody's watching right now that's from South Africa? What he's saying right now, is that true? Like, I would like to hear in the comments below. Is that true what he's saying? Like, if you're a white South African, that you basically are better off or well off compared to the other, I guess, shades of South Africans? Comment below.
In South Africa without compensation since the first all-race election in this country?
I'm not aware of anyone. Not a single form that I'm aware of was appropriated without compensation since 1994.
So how do we interpret President Trump's executive order?
It is possible that South Africa has offended the United States with his policy on the Palestinians, and it could be that with his policy on Russia, that the ambiguities of those policies and its relationship with the Chinese, it could be. I think that does play a role. But there was something very, very sensitive that was touched upon. And in South Africa, right-wing groups, so-called civil society groups, we know that they have access to the Trump administration because they claim that. And if you listen to what Trump has said, it corresponds exactly with the genocide narrative that they sell and that they market, and that whites are victims of the democratic system and the constitution of South African legislation. So there's an overlay, there's an immediate overlay, there's an unquestionable overlay between what Trump says and these right-wing groups have said. So I'm afraid I have to believe them when they say they have direct access to the Trump administration, and we see it in what Trump has been doing.
Is there a white genocide?
As you can see, as he said, whatever Trump is saying is bullshit. Like everything else that he's been saying. I'm not sure where he even got that whole shit from. But like I said, he just likes to talk and stay relevant. He hasn't done one thing that he agreed to. He hasn't done one thing that we as a country needed him to get done. He doesn't be approving and signing off on bullshit that doesn't help the country at all or the people. So it's crazy watching this shit, man, because I'm not sure if he's honestly racist, because there's been many people and videos of him hanging out with just millions, not millions, but like a good amount of non-white people, you know what I'm saying? And there's people who mention it, like they said out their mouth saying how like Trump is not really a racist, he's just a dickhead. You know what I'm saying? So and stuff like that. But let me know what you guys think in the comments. If you're new, like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell. And it's your boy Breezy, man. We gone. Peace.